Alrighty, so people have been asking me now that Nikke has officially confirmed how reruns are going to work in Goddess of Victory. Nikke, a lot of people have been asking me, is Modernia going to get a rerun? Is this character going to get a rerun? Is Red Hood going to get a rerun? And I'm going to explain to you guys why these characters are not going to be getting a rerun, but why Nikke could actually give these characters a rerun essentially, even though they already been reran. Just stay tuned to find out. So obviously how reruns work is that they're not going to be getting a banner, they're just going to rerun on the new banner as a higher rate up percentage than the average character, right? So regular SSRs and regular Pilgrims are going to be both 0.5%, making a total of 1%, and the rerun characters are going to be rate up at 1%, while the new character is going to be rate up at 2%. All equaling a total of 4%, right? It makes sense. Now, the thing is, a lot of these characters like Modernia, Dorothy, Red Hood, the Pilgrims that released that people want a rerun of, have already been on all these banners. So they can't necessarily get a rerun. They can rate them up on these banners, but what banner are they going to rate them up on? That's the question. If they've already been on every single one of these banners, what banner can they give them a rate up on? Right? Maybe for the New Year's banner, they can rate up Modernia. Maybe for the half anniversary banner, they can rate up Dorothy. Maybe for the next anniversary, they can rate up Red Hood. Sure, maybe they could do that, but I don't think they're going to, because again, you can get these characters on any banner, where when it comes to these limited characters, you literally can't. We had to wait a full-blown year of not being able to summon for Rupee and Anne in order to get them. Now, there's a feature that they're actually including for these reruns that I think could definitely be implemented into some of these banners, right? And that's the golden ticket system, right? Where the rerun characters, they are getting a 1% rate up, but they're getting golden tickets as well. You can use your golden tickets to pick them up rather than just pulling them on the banner, even though they're rerunning. And I think they could definitely take advantage of that feature with some of these Pilgrims. Right? I say some of these Pilgrims because those are the characters people want the most, but they could take advantage of this golden ticket system and use it on any of these characters, honestly. I've always wanted them to revamp the way the ticket shop worked, right? I wanted them to make it that, for example, on the standard banner, anybody you put on your wish list, you should be able to just buy their dupes in the shop rather than it rotating between these random characters every day. Right? Literally anybody you decide to put on your wish list, by the next reset, those characters are allowed to be in the shop and you can just buy their dupes like that with your silver tickets. I think that's the best way for them to go about it, in my honest opinion. Or you can just buy the character outright. I think that's honestly the best way to go about it. When it comes to the golden tickets, the 200 golden tickets with these characters is a good idea for you to be able to essentially rerun these characters without even having to promote it, right? You wouldn't even have to promote it as if like Modernia's rerunning, return back to Nikke. No, just say Modernia is going to get 200 golden tickets on this banner, and then people will automatically just, boom, they will go for it, right? Because people want Modernia. A lot of people don't have Modernia. A lot of people want dupes from Modernia. So if they have the option to use golden tickets for her again and essentially guarantee her, then I think, realistically, they probably will just go and ahead pick them up. Now, in terms of rate up banners, we've had a rate up banner for a character who was in the game before, and that was Alice, but it's a bit iffy in that sense because apparently that was for Easter, and I say apparently because they never promoted it as an Easter event, right? I guess when she reran, it was the Easter season, and obviously she's a rabbit type character, so they reran a rabbit banner, right? Now the thing is, they never had a Halloween banner, so it makes me question, why didn't they give a rate up banner to someone like Maiden or Guillotine, who are definitely of that Halloween theme, right? Why not? Because they had Novel get a skin for Halloween, but then it's like Viper also got a bunny girl skin, I believe, for Easter with a rate up banner towards the Easter type character. So they didn't have a Halloween or Easter event, but they had an Easter banner, which was Alice, but never had a Halloween banner, which is could have been Guillotine or Maiden for sure. So it's like, I don't know how they're really going to go about these rate up banners for old characters, only because we've only had it one time. In terms of reruns, they're not going to rate up these old Pilgrims or these old characters that you want them to rate up. I could definitely see it happening. Like it could definitely work. It could definitely work for these characters, but it just doesn't make sense only because these characters have been on every single banner from when they released, right? Modernia has been on every single banner as a unfeatured character from when she released all the way up until now. So why is it from when she released all the way up until now? Because they just introduced reruns. People want her to, I guess, get a rerun. Right? I mean, I guess Modernia, everybody's always wanted her to get a rerun banner, and that's understandable, right? That's fine. But I don't think they're going to take this new system and implement it into these old characters who've been on banners all the time. Right? It just doesn't make sense. I think this system is fair for the limited characters, again, because they never had any banners, or they were never on any banners. But I don't think they should like rate up. I don't want to say I don't think, because I wouldn't mind if they did it, but I personally don't think they are going to rate up someone like Modernia on the next New Year's banner and then make it that you can use golden tickets on them. It would definitely be a W if they did that, though, because again, it would make sense, right? Modernia was the New Year's character, right? But she's not limited. That's the whole thing, right? Reruns in this game don't make sense for nobody who's not a limited character. How could you rerun Modernia? By giving Modernia a rate up banner is not rerunning her, because she was always on these banners. On the next banner, you can get Modernia. On the next banner, on the banner that's currently out, the Tove banner, you can pull Modernia. So it doesn't make sense for them to, I guess, rate up Modernia for New Year's and then promote that as a rate up or a rerun, because she's not rerunning, she's getting a rate up. So they could do that if they want to, rate her up and then put her on the golden tickets. They can do that for sure. Or they can just give her a rate up banner again, which is again possible. Alice is the exact same as Modernia. She's been on every single banner from release of the game till now, but she did get a rate up banner, and it was for the quote unquote Easter. And I say quote unquote because again, they never promoted it as an Easter event. They literally just said Alice is getting a rate up banner. Here you go. They didn't say anything else. They didn't say anything about Happy Easter. It was the spring season, but they didn't say Happy Easter. They didn't say anything about Easter or anything like that. Alice just got a rate up banner in the Easter season, and that's all they said. They said Alice is getting a rate up. Thank you. They never did that again. So I'm not sure exactly how they're going to go about it, but they can definitely give rate up banners to these old characters that you guys want to quote unquote rerun. But I don't know if they're going to, for the simple fact that they haven't done it in a long time, and they didn't do it for Halloween, which would have made sense again with Guillotine or Maiden, because guess what, they're like the Halloween type characters, right? At least they look like it, at least, right? So I'm not sure exactly what Nikke is gonna do. I think Nikke is just gonna have the reruns for limited characters. I don't think they're gonna stretch it beyond that, and that's 1,000,000% understandable. I don't think anybody's gonna complain if they only have it for limiteds. I mean, why would you? You can get Modernia on any single banner under the sun, but in terms of guaranteed getting her again, I can understand why people would want to see that now, especially since they're doing that with these characters. But again, they're limited, so it's a massive difference from a limited and a Pilgrim. Even if the Pilgrim are better than the limiteds, it doesn't change the fact that the limited characters of this game are more rare than any Pilgrim and any non-limited characters, only because we had to wait a full-blown year to get them again. And then the collab characters, we're not even going to get them again, right? Because they would have to rerun a collab, and I don't think we would want to rerun it with a collab. Let me know in the comments. Would you guys rather get a brand new collab or waste that opportunity with a rerun? Me personally, I always want a new collab. I hate reruns of an old collab because it's a waste of an opportunity. So that's just my thoughts on it. The answer is no. No reruns are going to be happening for these old Pilgrims or whatever you want, but it's fine, right? I don't want to take it too far, and I don't want this community actually to take it too far where they need to rerun Pilgrims, even though they've been on every single banner under the sun. It's a gacha game at the end of the day. If you're not lucky, you're not lucky, right? If you didn't summon when their banner came out and you didn't guarantee get them, that's not nobody else's fault but your fault, unless you weren't playing back then. Of course, then you're off the hook. But if you were playing back then and you didn't pity them, then I don't know, right? Because we knew about Pilgrims obviously from the beginning of the game, so you probably should have been saving for that. And Modernia was like the fourth banner or the fifth banner of the game, right? Because it was Helm, Laplace, Rupee, Anne, and then Modernia. So yeah. So yeah, I don't know, but you guys let me know what you think. I think it's fair that it's just limited, but that's it. It's your boy Zxous. I'm out. Peace. Subscribe and like.